DC Multiverse!
Today was going to be a singular review, just showcasing Tim Drake Robin from Gotham Knights, but Batgirl showed up the very next day in the mail, so I just put them both in there. That's why you never see their packages on screen together. It's because I'd already opened the one and then tossed it into recycling. And the recycling has already gone out, as you can see. Well, that's why is there a chocolate bar wrapper under there? So today we will be having a look at the McFarlane Toys Gotham Knights Batgirl and Tim Drake Robin. I ordered my Tim Drake through Amazon, and I am so stupidly glad that they didn't hand me down one of those ridiculous unpainted figures. I mean, artist proofs that some people happen to like, but I hate! I don't want to paint my own toys. What do I look like? Geppetto? Now, both Tim Drake and Barbara Gordon both come with an accessory. Tim comes with a bow staff, and Barbara comes with her... I forget what that thing's called again. I know somebody told me way back and it would... Hold on a second, let's go check the comment section. Ah yes, a tonfa. Really, it to me just looks like one of those odd licorice cigars. Or pipes. I hated those, they were gross. Just look at how pink the ends are. It looks like licorice all sorts. And they both come with the trading card. Tim's and Barbara's, they both have fantastic artwork on the front, and it's exactly the same as the back of Tim and Barbara's box. The data files are also on the back of both cards, as usual, and they both come with the regulatory action figure stands. I actually really like these. That did not turn out how I wanted it to. There's supposed to be way more stands right here. So now let's look at Timothy up close first. Psst, Todd, this is the Tim Drake you need to make at some point. Please make this Tim Drake figure. But this one, well, he's got the game suit on, and that means he looks very much unlike any other Tim Drake Robin we've ever seen ever before in our lives ever. It kind of looks like he's wearing a jogging uniform. Like, you know those people that get up really early and they go for a jog and the suit has some reflective pieces on it and it's made out of that weird windbreakery waterproof material? Yeah, that's what Tim's wearing right now. Oddly enough, even though this is apparently jogging suit Tim, it's a fantastic looking figure. Todd did a really good job on this one. Yeah, the colors in mine seem to have some kind of bleed just a little bit here and there. But I think overall, for one, this is not a terrible design of a figure. It's actually pretty good. Although, what is that? What is this thing? Is that supposed to be a cape? This is what it is to buy figures based on a game that no one's played yet. I mean, this might actually be a something that has a purpose rather than just well, whatever this is. But I can almost imagine if you put like a actual cape on this figure's back and then like a belt around his waist, this would be kind of like a Damian Wayne sort of ish Robin suit, kind of. Whoever did the R on my Tim's chest though, well, they were in a hurry. As usual, one thing that always impresses me about Todd's figures is the fact that they have different textures all over them. I know, it's weird, right? You're like, why did you care so much about the textures? I just do. I don't know. When I was a kid and you bought action figures, they didn't have so much, you know, physical feel to them that was so unique. Like, I really, really like this. I like how Todd does this. And it's everywhere. It's in the hood, it's on the hood, it's on his Michael Jackson jacket, shoulders and sleeves, everywhere. This is fantastic. One thing we haven't done yet is looked up close at old Timmy Pooh's face. The paint applications on my Tim Drake figure's face sculpt look pretty much tidy. It can be challenging to do that domino mask neatly, and he's got on a nice shade of dark brownish red lipstick. You will notice though that he's got the side eye.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
But now the real question is how articulated is old Timmy Pooh? Well, that side-eyed head sculpt of his is on a ball joint, and you can see that there is quite a lot of articulation. And the shoulders, rounded hinge. Does he have the weird butterfly thing? I can't tell. The tunic is in the way. I'm assuming he's got something because I can feel it moving around in there. You got your bicep swivel, your double jointed elbow, and your rounded hinge. He has this guard here, and the way that the glove hangs over, it's actually not super noticeable. I like that. As for the torso, I think he has something in there. He definitely has something in there. The question, though, is not if it's there. The question is it useful? And I would go ahead and say a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit. And of course the waist is going to have a swivel. Down here, looking below Tim's belt, you got the lovely McFarlane groin hinges there. How much of this do they get? Oh, pitiful. That's a pitiful. And we've got double jointed knees. Well, those is very crunchy. And he's got his jogging shoes on. And he's got rounded hinges. That's okay. And toe articulation. I'm just not talking well today. Okay, and now let's look at Barbara up close and personal. Not that close. Well, I guess while we're here, we might as well just take a quick look at that bat on the... Did someone finger paint that on there? Like, not in the factory, but like, is it supposed to be a finger painting in the game? Anyway, from the toe to the head, Babs is in a suit that looks very reminiscent of her Burnside suit. There's a mixture of purple, and then I suppose that would be like a really dark kind of purple. Sure, the purples remind me of a Bonkers candy. Remember those? And you can really see that her suit looks very utilitarian. If there's one thing that strikes me about the characters in this game, it's that all of their suits look, although bright and costumey like a superhero, they also look kind of like something you may actually wear if you were a real kind of real-life superhero. Not that one. Although Phoenix probably did have the coolest and most utilitarian of the real-life superhero costumes. Man, that unmasking was epic, and I was not expecting to see that much hair pop out of his mask. Anyway, this Barbara's face sculpt and hair included is, well, well, you see, I do like it in general, as in the shape and the color and the design of the whole thing. But some of the paint applications, like in Barbara's head, like there's bubbles. Why is there bubbles there? And there's a hair painted into her hair. Only that's not hers. And the little bat ears haven't been properly painted either. And oh look, she has the side eye too. That's lovely. That's my favorite. Yay. Also, her belt buckle here has not been painted very good. Well, let's just, here, put the prototype up on the screen. This is what I wanted. And this is what I got. The cape is kind of cool, though. It's a soft rubber. It's, you know, just kind of on her back. I don't know what she would do with it. You can't glide with this thing, but it is Batgirl's cape, and that is very normal for Batgirl. As for Batgirl's feet, you can see her balls a mile away. Those little rounded hinges are so friggin' noticeable. Although, if I'm being honest, one pokes out more than the other. Maybe I need to hit it with the hot water and try to set this one in a bit further? All in all, though, for all the joking around I'm doing, she's not really a bad figure. I'm kidding around about a lot of stuff. But those are more like QC issues for the most part, not design problems on Todd's end, or on the game developer's end. So now, just before we finish this video off, let's see how posable she is. Okay, well, head, not very good, because the big thick hair, you either want form or you want function here, I guess, and they've gone with form over function. The torso, I think in there's probably meant to be something, but her rubber suit and chest gets in the way. The waist obviously is going to have, that's actually a very reasonable amount of articulation in the waist. And will it hold it? Yeah, a little bit. It's not. That's okay. The waist is okay. And then we have the obvious rounded hinges. I like how they've kind of hid the bicep swivel underneath her suit there. Like, it's actually a part of her suit. So it's probably the most hidden I've seen. Then we got the elbows that are all crunchy. You got the rounded hinge right here in the wrists. And considering there's a sleeve in the way, like a cuff, that's not too bad, actually. But what about down here? Well, got that here hinge system that we're used to. A little bit of this, nothing special, nothing that's going to be super helpful if you're looking to get her into a crazy pose. Then you got the knees. Those, as I like to call them, are groin kneeing knees. And combine that with the overall range of motion that she has with her entire leg, and you can get this leg into some okay poses. It would be cool, though, if there was some kind of a thigh cut or just more rotation than what we're getting here. And then, of course, she's got the ankle articulation. And, oh, wow, no, I ripped her foot off. Why am I always ripping off the appendages of the figures that I review? Honest to goodness, I'm not that hard with my figures. I'm not It seems, I'm trying to push, it won't go any further. This is gonna need boiling water. Boiling water! No, I'll do it later. Anyway, you get the picture. Rounded hinge, it's gonna have a pivot and toe articulation. Alright, so, now comes the big question. You know, the one that I try to answer at the end of every video, and that is, as a DC fan, as someone who has yet to play the game, someone who is a collector, an avid collector of McFarlane's DC Multiverse line, what do I think about Tim and Babs? Tim Babs. That's what I'd call them if they're a couple. The Tim, in my opinion, is the clear winner of the two. He's a far better looking figure. He's actually a little bit more posable. He's just the clear winner. And I was really thinking that Jason Todd was going to be my favorite, the Red Hood, but instead, if I had to order these, I would say Tim, Jason, Dick, and Barbara. Now again, you have to remember the price point of these figures, so definitely for the price point, and just for the collecting joy of this universe that Todd is creating, I think that they're definitely worth the pickup, with Barbara being the only one that has really just a little bit of suckage on that figure. But really the suckage isn't so bad that I'm like, turn down the suck knob. Because again, I've really enjoyed this entire wave. So that's my 2 cents, but in the end, you're gonna have to make that decision yourself, and hopefully this video has been helpful to you. I've showed you everything, as always, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the weird. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Have yourself a DC day, everybody.